This edition of Princeton News and Events with Christina Smith and Todd Reichert is sponsored by Bon Appetit, celebrating 40 years as Princeton's only European market and cafe. By Adams Consulting Group, helping Princeton area businesses transform ordinary customers into loyal fans. By Monday Morning Flower and Balloon Company, sending smiles throughout the Princeton community since 1988. And by Tre Piani Restaurant, one of Princeton's premier dining destinations, now featuring Tre Bar, the popular new wine bar at Tre Piani.
Welcome to the Princeton News Network. I'm Todd Reichert.
And I'm Christina Smith. These are the highlights of the Princeton events calendar for Monday, December 31st through Sunday, January 6th, 2008.
On Monday, December 31st, New Year's Eve, Princeton will be the site of a Raven Chase adventure. Part scavenger hunt, part adventure race, the purpose of a Raven Chase game is to crack codes, ciphers, and riddles while trying to beat other teams to a secret end location or buried treasure. The Princeton event, cryptically titled Quest for Ball Dropping Adventure, will lead players on a hunt through the streets of Princeton with a party following at a secret location. The event begins at 7:30 p.m. and there's a $50 fee per player. To get the first clue, go to ravenchase.com.
Another way to mark the end of the year in the Princeton area is at the Hogmanay New Year's Eve Bonfire, sponsored by Lawrence Historical Society at Brearley House on Meadow Lane in Lawrenceville. Revelers of all ages are invited to gather in the Maidenhead Great Meadow to light up the night with a New Year's Eve bonfire. This old Scots tradition of Hogmanay is the origin of the singing of Old Lang Syne and celebrates a clean break from all the difficulties in the old year. Hot cocoa, cake, and music follow indoors at the Brearley House. The event starts at 6 p.m. and it's free.
Tuesday, January 1st, is New Year's Day. We recommend sleeping in, 2 aspirin, and lots of water.
Gatorade works too.
My grandfather recommended sauerkraut juice.
Stick to the Gatorade. On Wednesday, January 2nd, the Princeton Environmental Film Festival, sponsored by the Princeton Public Library, presents a week of film screenings and talks that take on the issues of sustainability, global warming, food, water, and community. Starting daily at noon, the event kicks off with 3 films by Chris Bedford, What Will We Eat?, The Organic Opportunity, and The Next Industrial Revolution, all followed by a discussion with the filmmaker. An opening reception for the week-long festival begins at 6:30 p.m., followed by a 7 p.m. screening of The Next Industrial Revolution, which explores how businesses like Nike, Ford, Herman Miller, and Steelcase are transforming themselves to work with nature and enhance profitability. For a detailed schedule of the week's events, visit the library's website.
On Thursday, January 3rd, at the Princeton Public Library, hear American theater icon Edward Albee discuss the world premiere of his latest play, Me, Myself, and I, with director Emily Mann in a special edition of McCarter Live at the Library. In Me, Myself, and I, commissioned by the McCarter Theater, Albee takes sibling rivalry to the extreme in a dark and funny drama about identical twins, both named Otto, who find themselves diametrically opposed. Beginning at 7:30 p.m., the discussion is free. Look for my interview with Edward Albee here on the Princeton News Network in mid-January.
On Friday, January 4th, the American Boy Choir holds an open rehearsal offering guests the opportunity to hear the choir as they learn new repertoire and to meet faculty and staff at a reception afterward. This event is for families considering admission and anyone interested in the music making of the Boy Choir. Starting at 3 p.m. on the campus of the American Boy Choir School, 16 Lambert Drive, off Rosedale Road, south of downtown Princeton. The event is free.
Also on Friday, the New Jersey Symphony Orchestra presents Bronfman Plays Prokofiev in the Richardson Auditorium on the Princeton University campus. Directed by Naomi Yarvi, the evening's program includes works by Sibelius, Hindemith, and Stravinsky, topped off by Prokofiev's Concerto No. 3 in C major for piano and orchestra, performed by audience favorite Yefim Bronfman. The concert begins at 8 p.m. and tickets are $38 to $67.
On Saturday, January 5th, the Arts Council of Princeton presents its 8th annual Classic Comedy Cavalcade, an afternoon mix of short films featuring Charlie Chaplin, Laurel and Hardy, Buster Keaton, and animated cartoons. Film historian and archivist Bruce Lawton will introduce the films and provide behind-the-scenes stories about the movies and the artists. These classic films will be projected using Mr. Lawton's classic 16mm projector from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Contemporary Arts Center in the Princeton Shopping Center. Admission is $6.
On Sunday, January 6th, the Stewart Country Day School of the Sacred Heart presents a concert to benefit the Capital Singers of Trenton. This concert, entitled Four Seasons, 2 Singers and 1 Pianist, features soprano Janice Baldwin, baritone Keith Nielsen, and pianist Joanne Roubaix-Shirata, performing songs from the Great American Songbook. At the day school, 1200 Stewart Road, off the Great Road, the concert begins at 4 p.m., followed by post-show refreshments. Admission is $12.
Also on Sunday, Small World Coffee at 14 Witherspoon Street presents the opening reception for Havana, Cuba, a photography show featuring works by Patty Kelly. The photographs were made during 2 trips to Cuba and give focus to the natural beauty of the island and the daily life of the people. The reception runs from 5 to 7 p.m., and the photographs will be on view through February 5th.
Those are the highlights of the Princeton events calendar for December 31st through January 6th, 2008. A complete listing of today's events is posted daily here on the Princeton News Network.
For the Princeton News Network, I'm Christina Smith.
And I'm Todd Reichert.
This edition of Princeton News and Events with Christina Smith and Todd Reichert has been sponsored by Bon Appetit, celebrating 40 years as Princeton's only European market and cafe. By Adams Consulting Group, helping Princeton area businesses transform ordinary customers into loyal fans. By Monday Morning Flower and Balloon Company, sending smiles throughout the Princeton community since 1988. And by Tre Piani Restaurant, one of Princeton's premier dining destinations, now featuring Tre Bar, the popular new wine bar at Tre Piani.